Alright, now we're going to be starting on part 4 of Pikachu by Lego Pokemon. This is set number 72152. Contains 2,050 pieces. Retails for, I'm trying to think here, $199.99, and the set was provided by the Lego Group for review. Thank you, Lego. And yes, I do miss sets that were under $100. Very rarely ever do those now. And yeah, in the last installment, we were just doing the head up to this point. And that took about 45-50 minutes just to do that section there. And we still got the body here. Well, today is going to be your lucky day because we're going to finish up the head and put it on that thing over there. Okay? And so far the set's at a 9.5. We were experiencing some breakage, not too bad, but you know, you're never going to have a perfectly built set unless it's just one piece sitting on a table. And yeah, I'm going to see how far I can get on this one today. I think I'm just going to finish up the Pikachu. That's it. But before I can even start, these videos are not to be considered or construed as professional product reviews, how-tos, or tutorials. These are just merely my notes for the final write-up. And the wording and commentaries of mine and mine alone, you know, so Lego doesn't pay me to say anything. This is not my day job. I just do this for fun. This is just more or less like a hobby, and do not re-upload my content without my written permission, because, yeah, we don't want to get into all that. Legal stuff is not fun, and it's very boring. Okay. Bag 8. And I'm kind of hiding back here right now. Oh, and yeah, today is the 16th of July, 2026. What is it with people getting angry about fast food? I've had a long week. I'm still doing this stuff. Go down and get us burgers. No. We'll make something. We'll go out and sit down and have somebody serve us, but I ain't going down and getting fast food. I'm tired. in my household, if you say no, I'm not in the mood for fast food, World War III. So I just say screw it, and I'm just gonna make something here at the house, and that is it. You don't sound like you live in a very fun place. Not really. Anyway, so we're going to get back into Pikachu, and yeah, we're almost halfway done with this set. There's only 16 bags. We're starting bag 8. So, looks like we're doing some skin. Now, I'm going to see if I can breeze through this real quick here. Okay, it's mirrored. Glad now I read ahead, because that is going to tell me where we're going to be at today. There we go. Let's get going here. Yeah, so I just kind of... So I'm going to do 2 of these right now. Okay? Kind of sound like a party pooper here, but... Why don't you go down and get us burgers? It's 108 degrees outside right now. I'm already done driving for the day. I'm done. I want to stay at home. Cool off. We'll go out and go get something, but I ain't gonna drive down there and bring it home. I'm already in my comfy clothes. And where they want to go is about 30 minutes away. Then it's an hour or so to wait in line, because everybody else has got the same idea. And honestly, I can care less about some soggy burger. I can make one on the grill that tastes 10 times better. We can have barbecue burgers. No, I want a fast food burger. Please tell me I'm not the only one that lives like that, where everybody prefers fast food over home food. I prefer home-cooked food. Alright, hold on. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, so I'm just like, no. I'm done for the day. So, you want burgers? Go get them. I'm tired. Always on a weekday. Always on a weekday. I don't know. I don't want to get too much into rant mode, but okay, rotate them. You do too many rotations, it gets confusing, I know, but you know, it's Lego. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. When everybody kind of wakes up from their snoozes and stuff, everybody kind of gets cranky around here, and I kind of just like, oh. It's always like this when it's hot out here. The attitudes start flaring up. I have something to do. And some don't want to dare get away from the television. Like, all you're watching is the news. It's the same old stuff. I mean, it's the same old drama. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, so I'm hoping to get this done here. I was thinking more and more I should just finish up Pikachu all the way. Just get him fully done. You know, just try to get him done. Yeah, sometimes you could tell the mood in my voice if I've had drama in my before filming. You know, it always starts over some soggy burger. You work your rear off, and they're complaining about not getting some overpriced hamburger that I could put on the grill and make a whole bunch. But I'll say, hey, let's have barbecue burgers. I put that in the wrong place. My bad. They're like, ooh, why can't we just go down and go get it? Because I don't want to go get it. It's too hot outside. I don't want to deal with it. There's a lot of stuff going on here. So kind of just I'm just dropping parts down right now on this here. It doesn't go there. Yeah, it does. Yeah, kind of confused. Yeah, be careful with this. Maybe I shouldn't have done this, but well, it's a little too late now for that one. But yeah, soggy burgers. That does not sound good. Especially when it's 100 and something degrees and I have to go get... If I'm going to drive in and get it, I'm going to eat it there. And well, Jay, why don't you just go down and eat it there and then bring it back home? I have to place 2 orders, and that's just silly. And 2, I hate driving. I'm going to be honest with you, I hate driving a car. Yeah. There we go. And then these go on the head by the ears. So this one here, we messed with right here. Is that how that's supposed to be? Yep. So that right there is done. Well, we've already built the next one, but we're going to check and make sure. I kept hearing this buzzing noise in my window. It was a moth trapped between the blinds and the window. I thought, oh, I got tired of it. So you know what happened to him? EOL'd. Yeah, not too bad. And then we got 341, which is the other side, which we just put in. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Okay, now it looks like we're moving on to ears, and we're just going to make 2. It tells you right here. Don't have to worry about cloning anything. Yeah, though, I want to know if anybody else has had that problem where there's drama started over fast food. Plus, I already went to a diner today, so I'm not too worried about that. That's one advantage about going out working. I'll just go get me a burger one. Well, not a burger. What did I have today? I had a what was that thing? A shrimp platter. A shrimp platter with shrimp, scallops, and clams, and then I had a soft drink to go with it. And yeah, that was pretty good. No. I don't like eating alone on a work day, but you know, that's just how it is. It's better than going to fast food. So I can come home, go down and get us a burger. Nah, I'm not in the mood to go down. I've already been out today. I'll barbecue some burgers. No, I want a fast food burger. I don't want a barbecued burger. Well, I'll barbecue one later if I want. Okay, I don't have these in blue. And I gotta be careful. I'm getting into rant mode again. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and after I get done with this, I think I'm going to edit some other parts here. Make sure those cross holes are facing the right way. See if I can get the Pikachu done, and I'm trying to think of a set to do in between the Pikachu and the next part. So I'm just going to break it down like that, because it's better to break these big sets down instead of just trying to guzzle them down all in one sitting. Because it does get kind of annoying doing the same set throughout the whole day. I kid you not, I really do sometimes get bored of doing that. These are really good for stained glass windows. I need to buy those. But they see that I'm busy back here. Go get us some meal. I can cook one, but I'm not going to do anything now. I've already been out. Get the 20-year-old to do it. Laying in bed. And I never dare mention that, because that really will start something. I'm hoping to get these done here quickly today. I think the plate is going to go on both sides. Okay, we got a 3 there. Because if they're both clones, I'm assuming that they're going to be like this. Okay. I was watching a video on YouTube about this crumbly Legos starting to fall apart. We're almost down to a 9 already. A video about this guy. He does air condition repair, and he documents his work on YouTube. And some people just let their units go for so long that they'll have water running in their house. And I'm like, let's do this other side while I'm here. And I'm kind of like, I wouldn't want to have to go and replace my ceilings in my house because I was just too lazy to change the air filter or clean the drip pan inside. Some people don't do that. They don't clean the little drain that the water condensation goes into. And next thing you know, it's backed up into the attic and it starts rotting out your drywall, and then they complain that it's leaking. And yeah, I agree. I mean, I keep up on mine. I take the shop vac, because we got the pipe that goes from in the bathroom sink, it goes in there and drips the condensation. So I just stick the vacuum in there and just suck out all that garbage, like the shop vac. and then I pull out all that waste, all the buildup and stuff. And it's good for like a month or two, and I got to do it again. Because I got a drip pan up there, and it's got an overflow, and it starts going out to the side of the house. And I just take care of it like that. It's just a little better. And, you know, yes, it's extra chores that I have to deal with. But I'll tell you, it saves me a headache than have to go in and re-drywall the ceiling in the house. Here are my bunch. Oh, you don't want to do that. That's just silly. Well, yeah, but I don't want to have to come in and replace things. That's not fun. You know, who wants to replace their ceiling in their house? Not me. That's not fun. And I'm going to flip this back over and do the other side real quick here. Now we got to remember these go like this. But, you know, it's just stuff that I got to do around here. I don't get this. Sometimes they think I sit and watch anime all day and play video games, and I mean, no, I got to do work. I got to do other things. Yeah, I'm kind of in that mood now. Before I was doing this, I was doing one before this, probably about 2 hours before. I was in a really decent mood, and it's amazing how somebody can push in the mood over some cheap, soggy burger. Don't be rolling you around. Okay. But anyways, we'll flip it back around here. We're doing pretty good. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just getting the ears done. I may as well just put it on this side here. Now let's just do them both. Do you have to do this? No. You can build your set any way you want. So it looks like this bag here just does the sides of the head and the ears. Okay. And whoa, no, we're not done yet. We got a long ways to go with this. We're getting close though. So now we got to do is we got to stick a big giant bearing on here, or a ball joint. Did we just tell on ourselves? I thought I had this thing on mute, and it's not going to let me do it because of typical Apple. Sometimes I hate crapples sometimes. Oh, I didn't mean to say that out loud. My bad. The company didn't give me all this stuff or have funding for it. I wouldn't mind it. You know, in school they always tell you to put your phones on mute. Before it was pagers, after that was just keep your trap shut. Yeah. Okay. So after we're done with that, we are not even close. Nowhere close with that. Because we've still got to do some sub-steps now. Okay. So we're going to take care of that now. We got to make 2 of these. This step here's got a lot of stuff going on. You know. Get this thing done here, so I'll give them one more chance. Do you want me to make a meal? And if they say no, that's on them. And then we got to get these acquainted with each other here. Okay, they show it like this. I don't know how critical that is. So I'm going to put it exactly how they say make 2 of them, but you can rotate these. And this right here is what we have remaining here for bag 8. And now we got to put these on the head. They just sit in there? Oh no, there's an axle in there. Right. Okay, so the smooth tile goes towards us right here. Okay, that just snaps right on in. That's not too bad. I was going to say, was that going to move around? Okay. All right. But we are not done yet, because now it's asking us to rotate them around here. All right. Like that. Looks like the picture, huh? Yeah. Yeah, but there's one more thing left we got to do on here, and you can probably already figure out what it is to put this onto the body. Okay. Okay. And yeah, this probably might be kind of tricky. Now they're asking it to sit inside the ball joints. It's not setting them in the ball joints, but we know that these are going to have to be forced in there. So we should have put the ears on afterwards. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab this part here. I'm trying to see if you can see what I'm going to do here. I'm going to swing those ball joints right in there. I'm just going to braille them in there. And then I'm just going to give this thing a good push. But I'm not going to do what they say. I'm going to grab it right here, and I'm going to give it a good push. And it feels like it's ready to break. The thing is, with all this extra stuff floating around, yeah, this is not going to end very well. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pop these caps off here. I don't think they even revised this. Because, see, now we can see what's going on here. But, yeah, let's see here. If I do that... I'm testing real quick. Yeah, it's just going to rest on there. I'm going to take those off. I'm going to put my hand right underneath its rear, and I'm just going to pinch this in here. That's one. And two. Now we can put these on. They should have had you do that first, because that would have made it a lot easier. Because I didn't want this thing to cave in and give it a 0. I don't want to have to redo it again, because I'd have to do it. Alright, and that's it right there with his crooked feet. I mean, he sits okay. He's a bit unstable, though. Okay, but it looks like Pikachu. Well, yeah, that's not too bad. It's a bit on the wobbly side, but well, now we have a Pikachu to look at. But well, we're still missing some stuff here. Alright, I think we're going to wrap up this installment today with bag 9. And I want to thank everyone on my main channel and Patreon for being contributors. It's always a big help. Because funding like that goes towards buying loose parts to build stuff that I want to build. Okay, so that's even better. And in addition to that, thank everyone for checking out my Rebrickable profile and downloading building guides. And if you like the way I do my videos on here, it's free. You can always subscribe, and you can change your mind if you want. Share the videos and channels with a friend and all that stuff. I got a little bit here for everybody. Hard stuff, easy stuff, simple stuff, rant stuff like today, you know, that kind of thing. We can both share our problems together. So it looks like now we're going to be building the stand for Pikachu. Okay. So it looks like we're going to have to start doing that now. And let's get going here with this. Let me zoom this in for you. Wait a minute. I'm using the wrong bracket here. Oh, I forgot to unbag this guy here. So there's 2 bags. This set is literally, you think 16 bags? No, they got everything stuffed into these bags here, so you're going to have to dig through it real easily here. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Get off my workbench. Alright. Yeah, it's hot outside. Yeah, I did take my vacuum, though. I stuck it on the condensation drain. Sucked all that nasty stuff out of the trap. So now the air conditioner just drains right in there real nice, or, you know, all that stuff. So it's not going to have the ceiling cave in my house. Like I said, I don't want to do drywalling. I can't do drywall with the where the flip, so I don't even mess with it. Well, we got some Technic in here. Yeah, this set comes with a bunch of these. It'd be almost tempting just to rip them out of this. But the stuff in this set's pretty well buried. Sorry if I'm a little quiet. Trying to think of any stories to talk about today, but yeah, it was just a very uneventful day. I got work stuff done, and that's pretty much what I've been doing. I didn't really do a whole lot. It was just work stuff is kind of just boring, and you know, I don't want to talk about that. You know, it's kind of just okay. We got to put 2 of them in there. 2 bags, and we got Technic. Imagine me doing a full-blown Technic set that has 2,000 pieces. We'd be here for a few months trying to build it. Alright, so now they want us to swing this up. But mine is backwards from the book. Well, at least it's... Wait a minute, you know what I can do? Like that. For those non-believers. Oh yeah, they wanted you to rotate it around if I can get it in there. Yeah. See that? So that's what they wanted there. So we did that. Oh, that's going to be painful. I'll show you. That doesn't look too appealing, does it? Let me get some space over here. This must be used to attach the tail. Don't pick it up by its head, so it looks like it goes right down here. Okay, so that is gonna... Oh, that's a lot better. But that's sure painful, isn't it, Pikachu, huh? He even agrees with me. It's like, man, that's gotta hurt. I gotta have fun with these folks. Okay, now we're starting with the tail. And the tail, you have 2 options. You could do a male version or a female, because that's how you identify Pikachu. Well, I'm going to just stick with the male version, because that's usually Ash's Pikachu, so we're going to do that. Now, if you want to do the female, I'm not going to cover both in this installment. So I'm just going to pick one. Unless I get like 1 million subscribers on this channel, then I'll do it. Okay. But I think the gender part is going to be towards the end of the build, because we checked it out in a few installments ago. Okay. Well, you don't need that yet. No, I don't want to put that in there. Stacking plates on top of one another is a pain if you put the wrong one there. Thank goodness this one came with the brick separator, because that would have been an Insta F right there. But they gave me a separator, so I cannot complain. Okay, this double-sided one goes here. Okay. Yeah, you shove that all the way in there. Oh, like that, okay. And then this goes here. That means that another piece is going to go on the top there. Well, no, I was close. It's those round plates. These things are handy for the holes. I'm just going to push that all the way through. I may not have to do that, but I did it anyways. Well, they show it not, so how do I push that back through? Just take the side of your brick separator, hold at the bottom, and just... there we go. It's just not going to sit flat on your work surface. Okay. And then we have a downwards. When I get done with this, I'm going to have to finish editing some videos. I got a tutorial up on YouTube. I just got done. If you're on my memberships, you're probably going to see it soon. The building guide, I had a building guide for it before it was a prototype, but I changed some stuff, so I have to do a rewrite. But I'll keep the original guide as an alternative build. Sometimes I'll do that. It was one of those ones where I built before I started checking if I had the parts. I have the parts, but not in the right colors. I had to improvise and re-engineer something. And that's probably the only downside to that. And let's see here. We got to find... Yeah, it does sound good. It's a nice barbecued burger. That does sound good. I need to order some of these when I can find them. That's why I keep the building guides. Okay. And okay. We're doing nothing but small pieces for this remainder of this build. It's a lot of small stuff right now. Yeah, it's just how it is. Alright, now let's see here. Well, that's a warm gold. Okay, we want it close to the hand. Okay. Got a nice, is that a 90 degree there? Yeah, looks like it. Pretty close. Let's see. My mouse pad should be dry by now. I have an old blue mouse pad. Sometimes the mice don't work very well on a highly glossy surface, so I got to use a mouse pad. And I just need to stop rattling Pikachu. Boy, your feet are crooked. I'm gonna have to fix that. There we go. Hope we can fix that there. It's kind of wiggly. Let me set these here. Let's start sorting out parts here because I'm having a hard time trying to find anything. Yeah, sometimes my family puts me in a bummer mood and I'm just kind of like, especially after a long day and you're still waiting for source code to get done. And it's like, you know, I'm trying to slow down for the day. You know, and, well, you work too much. Okay, well, if I don't work, how are we going to pay the bills? Well, can't you retire early? And I just sit and laugh. Like, you seriously asking that question, can I retire early? No, I can't. You know, it's like if I was retired, I'd be able to do videos all the time, but I can't. I am trying to find the angle bracket that goes here. Okay, finally found it. Okay, we already got some parts. And my throat is starting to get scratchy. Hold up. Yeah, so if I always sound down, now you guys know why. Sometimes it's just family drama over some stupid hamburger that I can care less about. And sometimes I get, well, you know, that you think that Lego stuff's more important. You think that anime crap you're watching is important. You know, all that stuff. And I'll hear that from time to time. I'm like, and I just want to kind of just yell, but I'm not a yeller. But I'm just like, dude, seriously. Yeah, be careful. This thing here is just wanting to come apart here. This tail is going to be very flimsy today. And then we got a lot more to do. We're going to be here for a while building this tail. I'm not going to lie. If you have something better to do, I'll understand. Only been here for 13 minutes and we've done the stand, but we're still working on this here. It just feels like I'm moving very slow here. Okay. I got a couple of these in yellow. These pieces with the studs on the three sides are good for columns up against a wall. I mean, Lego's starting to come out with some pretty interesting parts. Oh, speaking of that, Minecraft has got cushions and some new blocks out, like wool blocks. Well, it's not Minecraft anymore with all this new stuff. And I'm like, really? Yeah, I like playing with the old stuff. It sounds like Lego. It's like, you know, you can build whatever you want. You don't have to use the new stuff. Oh, it feels too modded now. Well, I like doing extra things in Minecraft. You know, I like that where I have an option. I can use decoration blocks, or I don't have to. You know, I like the options. Some are not used to that. Some of them are not used to. I get to pick and choose. Don't roll off. And you know, so I just kind of build with Minecraft and just relax. You know, the other day I was thinking, well, who is that Bricklink so that called me stupid? I've been trying to think of this guy's name. I can't remember his name. I know his real name, but I don't know his Bricklink store name. Kind of want to be like, where are they now? If I haven't seen them in a while, then probably disappeared. And I'm just kind of like, yeah. Who is that guy? You could tell I forgot. I mean, literally, I had somebody call me stupid for not knowing the retail or the resale price of a part. Well, the value for Lego for me is building. I like to build things. I like to put things together. This is more valuable to me than selling this stuff. If I sold it, I wouldn't have any content. But I like to show you guys how to build things. Yeah. This is definitely not Lego that I grew up with, I'll tell you that much right now. At least come in this color. It's like, what is that guy's name? I can't remember. I'm trying to remember. Okay, got that together. Yeah, but I'm pretty much overall pleased with the Pikachu. I've been putting it off for quite some time just because I got other obligations. But now I can mention it. Lego's got new Pokemon sets coming out. And yes, I got those too. I'm going to get to them. Hopefully I can. Okay, now it looks like we're moving on to another subsection of the tail. But I'm just slowly getting to this stuff right now. Well, Lego, we didn't use those transparent ones in here. They may not make them like that. Okay, get these lined up here. Nothing bad about 1x1s. They kind of just want to go their own way, and you got to straighten them out. Alright, so, okay, the green side, which means the stud, hold on, I messed up here. This is supposed to go like this, with the stud here. You can't really tell until you look at it, because they wanted a brick on this. Alright, so, yeah, this tail is going to be the killer of the project here, because it's... I mean, how often do I build tails on creatures? Not a whole lot. You can see it's just kind of all 1x1s. I mean, literally, it's 1x1s and 1x2s. We're right back down to that quality again. It's just like artificially inflating parts, you know. Yeah, we got that transparent one in there. And 2 plates and a brick with a stud on the side. It's really flimsy, so when you're building yours, be very careful. It's just wanting to do its own little thing here. There we go. It doesn't look like anything yet, does it? It's falling apart. It's trying to fall apart. I'm trying to prevent it. It's just wanting to get sloppy and fall apart. We don't know yet. We're gonna hopefully this will strengthen up the bottom here. As you can see where it looks like it's ready just to collapse here on us. See, I can't even get that in there. You're gonna have to really wiggle this stuff in. There we go. And then after that, we got to plate both sides the same. Okay, we're just doing mirrors at this point. You don't need these. I do need the small one. Well, it's nice to find the one on the other side. I don't need that one right now. I need this one here. We're putting on a bunch of parts on step 422. I did read some comments on my Discord, though. Somebody said this is probably about as close as I'm ever going to get to one of these. Yeah, Lego sets have gotten to be very expensive, very big. Some of you have been pointing out, well, it's only 10 cents a piece, Jay. They haven't changed. No, it hasn't, but it's just now finding a small set with the features you want are getting to be very far and few. And, you know, it's kind of a shame because it's a hobby that no one can really afford anymore. And if you have deep pockets, cool. A lot of us don't. You know, yeah, some of us don't. We just don't have that. We don't have that kind of resource. Hold on. I messed up on that side. Right. It's just pricey. Okay. All right. Then step 423, you flip it. You do the same thing there, and then after that, you flip it again. And we're going to have to acquaint these two items together like this. I bet that's what the big slopes are going to go on. Boy, that is just really just coming apart. Just be very careful with your tail. He won't be using iron tail with this because it'll disintegrate once he hits something. He can probably hit a Jigglypuff and it'll still disintegrate. It's a little better now. It's gotten a little stronger. And okay. But Lego really did do a lot on the call-outs on this book, and I'll show you here. They took the time here to do this. That's a big help. Okay, because I saw that. And yeah. Okay, step 427, you can either do one or the other. Okay. I'm going to see if we can build both of these. Then we can switch them as we go, and then it would be something. Does it come with all the parts? Now I'm going to do the male version of the Pikachu, but we're also going to see if we can build the female version. Because if we can, then Lego provides every part here to make both. That would even be better. For $200 it better, you know, but we'll see. We will see. The tail is going to take a long time. You know, it does sound good as barbecue. It's hot and miserable outside, but it's not too bad. Okay, indeed it does come with all the parts. Okay, so that would be worth mentioning there. So you can either do one or the other. You can put that on there, and you can show it as a female or as a male. But we're going to do the male version, because that's what Ash had. And this here we're going to hang on to, because, and that's what we have remaining there for bag 9. Technically now we're halfway done, because I still got to do the review on it, which is a 360 spin. I don't know if I'll do a close-up, and then we'll do the review. All right. And the nail goes in that hole there. Let me see here. All right. Oh, it's pooping everywhere. All right, let's go ahead and fix that. So I'm going to hold on the bottom of its belly. Let me zoom this out so you can see exactly what I'm doing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my hands right here. Okay. Because I know I'm going to take a lot of force. I'm just going to grab it like this. And I'm going to just put that in there. That'll be its counterweight. Okay. And yeah. And I may have to back the camera up here a little bit. Because I don't... Yeah, he's pretty tall. But that's Pikachu right there. We got a big giant mouse sitting on top of the workbench. It's completely... At least it's posable. You know. I like it like this. I don't want to do the stand and the Pokeball to it. But it's a review offer. I got to do the whole thing. And that takes care of the Pikachu. Okay, summation of thoughts. The build so far is pretty good. It's still keeping my interest. Pikachu is pretty cool. He does stand up on his own. Trying to get the camera centered up, but I'm pretty pleased with the build on it. Build quality is still pretty good. We're at a 9.5 still, but it's starting to lean towards a 9. The tail, I'd say, is probably the most flimsiest part, but it didn't break apart. I think that's why he has to have that base. But overall, though, it's not too bad. You're going to have a really fun time building this set. And just for a sneak peek in next episode's installment, we're going to be building the Poke Ball in bag 11. And it looks like bags 11 through 15 do the stand. Now, what I'm going to propose to do is I am going to do the Pokeball and part of the stand in its build. Now, the reason why I'm going to do that is I don't want to just do a bag just like that, because it may only take 20-30 minutes, and I don't want to do that. So I'm trying to check it. So we'll just do bags 10, 11, 12 in one installment. Then 13, let's see here, 9, 10, 11. Well, because we got 10 through 6, we still got 7 bags. So yeah, the base on this is pretty aggressive here. I'm gonna read ahead on this off stream, of course. But now you kind of get what I'm doing. So I'm thinking of, I could just split it into 2 bags for each one. Because lately, 2 bags seems like it's more comfortable for this. 40 to 50 minutes, about 45 minutes average. We'll see how it goes. But I'm thinking of leaning towards that just to kind of do it. Let's say I do bags 9 and 10. Then it'd be 11 and 12. Well, we already did 9. So it'd be 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, 15, 16. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I want to know what you guys and gals think of Pikachu. But we're still not done yet.